Etsy just shut my store, guys. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Bukumi. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about my Etsy store and how my store got shut down by Etsy. So for those of you who don't know me, I run an Etsy store, but I run two Etsy stores and I sell customized items on the stores, different items on different stores. And I share on this channel what I sell, how much I make sometimes. But recently, Etsy suspended my store and shut me out. So that affected both of my stores because they shut one and then they shut the other. Because once Etsy shuts one of your stores, then the other one is at risk. These stores combined have made this amount of money in about a year in revenue, and it's gone. Etsy shut it. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what happened and all that I've done to try and get my store back, or what I'll be doing going forward with my business. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys are the real MVP. So a quick backstory. Back in August 2023, I decided to start a print-on-demand business. And I opened a new Etsy store, brand new Etsy store. And what I sell is print-on-demand customized items. So those are mugs, t-shirts, jewelry. So majorly jewelry, keychains. I mean, there are a lot of customized stuff that I sell. I try as much as possible to stay within Etsy's policy. I listed all my partners. I mean, like, I tried everything. I mean, I've been selling on Etsy for about 4 years now with different stores. So I know a lot, or let me just say I know something about Etsy's policies and not violating the policies. I've had stores suspended and I've appealed it and at different times, and they've been restored at different times. This particular store, I'll call it the biggest store because it was the one that made most of the money. That store was suspended at different times for no reason at all, and I would appeal and I would get like an email like this that would say, oh, sorry, your store just got caught up in the Etsy algorithm, and they would restore the store. But this one was different. So this was approaching Father's Day and the store was really selling like crazy. We had a lot of orders. We were eating like over £2,000 a day in orders, and the store was really on track to make like I think about £30,000 that month. It was really, really huge. And just from nowhere, on the 10th of, I think the 9th or 10th of June, I just got Etsy email saying that my store had been suspended, that I needed to appeal. So I thought it was like the normal one, the normal suspension. So I went into my store and I appealed, and I got the email that said no, my store was not going to be restored and it was going to be shut down permanently. And that was it. And Etsy shut me down after my store, this particular store, had made over £100,000 in revenue. And this happened in about 11 months. It was shocking for me because it was beginning to become very steady and consistent, and I was really liking it, and it's gone. So that also affected my other store, because once Etsy shuts you out permanently, it will affect your other store. I don't sell the exact thing in both stores. They're both print on demand, but they sell different things. The smaller store had made about like £25,000 ish in revenue in about a year, and they're both gone. So the lesson I've learned from these guys is to never depend on Etsy. Like, I always say that I knew this was not going to last because it's not my business. Like, it's not my business directly. It's like you're just renting out a space and the landlord can just come and say you should go, and there's nothing you can do about it. Shortly before Etsy shut down my store, I'd also actually started building like moving my business onto Shopify. So I was already moving my products, so I could download all my listings and I was already moving them to Shopify. because I just knew that it probably would. I mean, Etsy shuts down stores like almost every other day. I hear stories about stores that have been on Etsy for about 10 years, 15 years, just get shut down for no reason at all, no explanation. So I knew that it was not going to be wise to just depend only on Etsy and not have something on the site. So I started listing some of my products on eBay, and I had it on Shopify also. So at least I had that other option before they decided to shut me out. So what I've learned is to never ever depend on a marketplace as your only source if you're running either a dropshipping business or you're running whatever business you're running, you're selling, you're reselling, or whatever it is you're doing. You shouldn't just depend on a marketplace. You should build your own business. You should build your own customer base. You should be able to have something that is your own and in your control. Even if you're going to list on these marketplaces, make sure that you have your own. Make sure you're building something that is your own 100%. Send your own traffic to your own website. I think that's just the best way to go, guys, because these people are just going to pull the rug from underneath your feet and you're just going to fall flat. And that's it. So both my Etsy stores are gone. Etsy says they're not going to respond to me anymore. I've appealed. I had to fulfill orders even when customers were asking for a refund because obviously the store was not visible on Etsy anymore and they were agitated. It was really a messy period. Today is the 25th of June and this happened, I think, on the 10th. So in the last 2 weeks, I have just been running around like a headless chicken, trying to fulfill customers' orders and try to keep them happy so they don't request a refund. It's been really messy, guys. I'm smiling about it because I know that it's just pushing me to really start something for myself and not depend on these marketplaces going forward. So honestly, if you have an Etsy store, what I would advise is just make sure that you're not depending only on Etsy. I'm not saying Etsy is not good. I'm not saying you can't be there for as long as they think you're staying within their policy. They wouldn't shut your store, but do not wait for when they will decide to shut your store. The day they shut my store, the store was making sale almost every minute. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. Customers' orders were coming in back to back, and then they just shut it. It was around 2 p.m. and it just stopped. Then I started getting all the refund. They started processing refund requests automatically. It was just messy, guys. And I mean, it actually drained me. I felt emotionally down and all of that. But I learned that I should not depend on Etsy only. So I wouldn't want the same thing to happen to you. Make sure you have your own business running without depending 100% on Etsy. And what would I be doing going forward? Going forward, I will run my business on my own website. Like I said, I have some of my items listed on eBay. They're there, but eBay is a reseller market. I don't see a lot of problem with that because the model of my business is actually print on demand. So I don't see a problem with that on eBay, but I'm running my business on my own website. I'm having my own customer base. I'm just doing my thing. And I think that's a better way to run your business if you do not want the surprise from Etsy or any of these other marketplaces. So that's what I've been up to. That's what has been happening, guys. So I will not be talking about Etsy on this channel anymore. If I want to talk about Etsy, I will. If I talk about Etsy, I will not be talking about my own stores because Etsy says I can't have a store on Etsy anymore. So that is that. I wanted to give you guys an update on what's been happening and what recently just happened with my store. If you're having success on Etsy currently, I wish you more success. And just a reminder that you should make sure you have something running for yourself. Absolutely. Thank you guys for staying with me to the end of this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye.